Today we have something that splits time in two. It is something that defines how far we've come as a species, what we humans are capable of, and how far we're meant to go. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the BMW i8.
When BMW unveiled the production version of the car, we were all busy drooling over the styling and listening to them explain how the hybrid car will look. We were all expecting them to say words like 5-liter V8 and a million horsepower. But the words they said were a 1.5-liter turbocharged and supercharged humble 3-cylinder petrol engine and a 335-watt producing lithium-ion batteries with an electric motor and a total combined power of 362 bhp. In the flesh on the road, the amount of attention it gets is just uncanny. The i8 looks nothing like it is from anywhere close to this planet. To drive it may look intimidating considering the cabin complementing the outside with similar future-like design, but it's still quintessentially BMW and precisely German. There is a pin drop silence when you start the car and it creeps up at low speeds into rear view mirrors. You pin the throttle and it just flies off with the instant torque delivery from the electric motor with the loud noise and massive power from the little engine. Driving in the city, it's extremely comfortable. Even though the ground clearance is only around 4.5 inches, you have to be extremely careful not to damage the underbody of the car if you take the car anywhere in India. Because of that tiny gap between your bottom and the tarmac, the i8 just devours corners like an afternoon snack. Even with the traction control off, there is just so much confidence that you will not end up on a tree. There is just so much grip from the tires, getting the back out is relatively difficult, I would say. If you want to have a bit of fun, you have to be at quite significant but a double-digit speed to get the back end to slide out. When you let it unleash, along with the electric power, the i8 just climbs the speedo like no other car I have driven before. It's just so smooth in climbing and even during shifts because the electric power just fills in the gaps left by the ICE. You don't feel any kind of lag for a single minuscule moment. But if you don't have sufficient charge in the batteries, naturally it can't power the car. So without that, even though the car can climb the speedo sufficiently quick, you do get a sense that it's trying too hard. You do get a feeling that something is missing, that missing element is the electric torque not accelerating you like it should. The combined power of the i8 with both power units is 326 bhp and has a limited top speed of 250 km per hour. In electric mode alone, the i8 can reach all the way up to 120 km per hour and an acceleration of 0 to 100 km per hour in 4.4 seconds. When you drive the i8, you get a sense that it's not a normal hybrid. The car doesn't just look like it's from the Jetsons, but it makes you feel like you're actually in the future. The way the electronic motor and the petrol engine move the car around is like no other hybrid ever. BMW claims that on electric power and petrol combined, this car can go all the way to 440 kilometers on a single tank and 35 kilometers in electric power alone. While testing in controlled environments, it can. On the real roads, it's near impossible to achieve that. You would have to be extremely careful to even get close to getting those figures in real life situations. The petrol motor found in the i8 is a 1.5-liter 3-cylinder BMW twin turbo with Valvetronic supercharging. It has a 6-speed automatic transmission with paddle shift and produces 231 bhp at 5,800 rpm and a torque of 320 Nm at 3,700 rpm. On the other hand, the electric motor is a BMW eDrive technology hybrid system with charging module and generator mode for recuperation. It has a 355-watt lithium-ion battery and 2-speed automatic transmission and produces a total of 131 bhp at 4,800 rpm and 250 Nm of torque. The combined power comes to a total of 362 bhp and 570 Nm of torque with a fuel economy of 47.45 km per hour. The suspension found in the front is an aluminium double rack control arm with anti-drive, separate lower level with wishbone and tie rod. At the rear you have aluminium 5-arm geometry directly connected. The front has a 340 mm ventilated disc brake, while the rear has a 340 mm ventilated disc with floating caliper. The BMW i8 has a ground clearance of just 117 mm. It is a hybrid-specific all-wheel drive, with the electric motor powering the front wheels and the internal combustion powering the rear wheels. The BMW i8 has an ex-showroom price of Rs 2 crores and 29 lakhs, but unfortunately you can't buy it anymore because it's all sold out. Nonetheless, the i8 is a brilliant piece of machinery made by people who know what they are doing with a clear vision on how to do it. The i8 is beautiful to look at, amazing to drive, and probably extremely satisfying to own. The technology in the i8 paves the way into the future. It's what will inspire the future of making cars. Whether it is electric powered from batteries, electric powered from hydrogen, or the old greasy internal combustion engines, the i8 is the stepping stone for the future. In my view, the BMW i8 splits time in two. For the latest news and reviews, subscribe to our YouTube channel and like us on Facebook.